Alrighty. Hopefully you guys can hear me. Let's get an audio check really quickly before we begin. Because obviously, this was not the outcome we wanted, and everyone's going to be crying, upset, shitting, pissing all over the place. Cool. Let me make sure. Am I good on the audio? Just want to make sure I'm good before I start, because I don't want to have a situation. Alright, let me check if the audio is good, and then I'll start. I don't want to start when I don't have good audio. Alright. Thanks, Stevie Mac. Alrighty, so let's talk about it. I get it. Everybody's upset. Everybody's laughing at the Cowboys losing. I really don't care. Space, why aren't you screaming? Why aren't you mad? You are just being complacent. Can I just be real with you guys? Here's the thing. I didn't expect Dallas to get this far. I didn't. I thought when Dak got hurt, the hell fell? As my wallet falls on the ground. Look, nothing went right in this game. And trust me, all the blame goes around. And we'll talk about why we lost this game in just a second. But I want to get this monologue. The season was fun. I'm not going to bullshit you. I thought it was fun. Hey, you won a playoff game. Cool. We went 12-5. Cool. Awesome. You lost in the divisional round. Am I upset? Yeah, I'm not happy we lost, but I'm not going to sit here and be like, well, you know what? I expected more. Sure, did I pick the Cowboys to win? Yeah. Oh, are you coping? No, I'm not. Anybody that's followed me for quite some time knows that I was playing with house money. Whether you want to say that's real or not, whatever. But with that being said, it's therapy time. You can vent into my chat. You can say, fuck this person, fuck that person. We're going to talk about all of it. Cool. All right. So let's start off by talking about how the game went. So in terms of how the game went defensively, it couldn't have gone any better for you at the start. There are really 3 things that killed you in this game. Maybe 4. The first, that is the biggest one in my opinion, Dak's interception. You can say, well, the 2. The 1, okay, that's fine. But the second one was crucial. Here's why. Because when you're driving and you're at like your 20, at the 22-yard line of San Francisco, and it's a 2nd and 2, I don't give a shit what the play call is. You can't be doing that. You can't. And that is his fault. And he should get shit for that. Absolutely. You didn't play well. That's the end of that. That's just point blank period. The dude cost you a huge drive. Because if Dallas scores on that drive, we're talking about a whole different ballgame. That's number 1. Number 2, and then let me look at the play-by-play for the scoring drives, because it will allow me to kind of remember how the game went, because I'm kind of trying to go bit by bit. So Dak had the interception. He follows it up with the touchdown. I feel okay. Yeah. So the next thing was what happens after the half starts. I forget when Pollard got injured. I think it was towards the end. I think it was near the half. He got hurt towards the end of the half, and that really screwed the Cowboys up. And the fact of the matter is that killed the Cowboys offensively. When you're trying to run these plays with Zeke, it didn't work. Why didn't Malik Davis get the ball? Now, you did see a glimpse of why he wasn't out on the field a whole lot, because there was a block. He was supposed to do a chip block, and that nearly got Dak killed back there. But that's the other thing that killed you, was Tony Pollard's injury. The third thing was that big George Kittle drive. It was a third down and long. You allowed George Kittle to have the acrobatic catch, and you just let him march down the field and score on you. Is that the defense's fault? That, hey, the offense is... Sure, you could say that it's the offense's fault, but at the end of the day, you got to do your job. Point blank, period. That goes for everybody, Like, Dak, you can't be doing this bullshit where you're forcing it. Like, you have the good 4th and 4 pickup, which was a massive momentum swing, especially if you scored a touchdown there. But it's whatever. So the defense not getting that crucial stop there really killed the momentum for Dallas towards the tail end of the game. The other thing that killed Dallas really was when Kelvin Joseph had... It could have been the play of the game when he forced the fumble on, I think it was Ray McLeod. I mean, dude, you couldn't score a touchdown there. That would have been huge because now we're talking about a whole different game. Now, I did see some people talk about, hey, if Maher makes the extra point, it's a different game. I don't really care about that. The point that we see here is that you defensively did what you needed to do, but offensively, you didn't do enough, and you had just too many mistakes. That's really the best way I could describe it. This wasn't a blowout by any means, right? Like, this was a chess match. If I could speak, oh, good Lord. Game was a movie, basically, so I'm exhausted. It was a chess match against Dan Quinn's defense and Kyle Shanahan's offense. And clearly, Kyle Shanahan got the best of him as the game went on because the Cowboys couldn't have these long, sustained drives, which is to the fault of Dak not playing well, you not being able to run the football, which, by the way, they're a damn good run defense anyway. I think CeeDee Lamb had the best catch, but that's the other thing, too. You didn't capitalize on the CeeDee Lamb 45-yard bomb that, hey, let's pull this thing back in our direction. Let's try to get this thing back in, let's try to pull it. Because, guys, this game was a toss-up, and this wasn't a situation where Dallas had no chance. They absolutely did. You just didn't rise to the occasion. And so now we're going to have, you're going to have people that, will come out and be like, this is trash. That is trash. Everything's trash. I personally don't give a shit because at the end of the day, you know what? Whatever. Yes, San Francisco fans, if you're watching this, congratulations. You're moving on to the championship game, and you guys have one hell of a team. And Brock Purdy, he did what he had to do to win the game. Plain and simple. Dallas did give him they did what they had to do. But it just wasn't enough. And I think there was a play. I don't remember what it was. I want to say... that's the one I forgot. I'm sorry. There was a huge interception dropped by Trevon Diggs. That could have definitely helped you out there. But, you know what? Sucks to suck. We lost again. But you know what, guys? Some people don't like what I have to say here because I'm not screaming. I'm not yelling. But, who cares? You lost the game you should have won. And I'm looking at it holistically with this whole season. And, you definitely should have won this game, that's for sure. But didn't think you would be there. But that's just me. If you're just tuning in, hit the like button. Subscribe if you're new. I know everybody's pissed. Again, therapy session time. Vent in the comment section. I know everybody is venting in the comment section right now. That is okay. But the biggest thing is that, as I'm taking a look, where was it? There was a big thing. What was it? How much did George Kittle had 95 yards? Because what happened on that play? Sorry, I'm trying to find the clip. Because it was you pressured Brock to his left, which you should have done. He threw it back towards the middle of the field, and no one was there, and he almost overthrew him. But let's see here. How did Zeke do? Wow. Yeah, that's bad. I mean, when Zeke's at 10 carries for 26 yards, and now the offseason begins. Let's take a look at the rushing. You held CMC in check, but Elijah Mitchell had those key runs towards the tail end. I mean, they were just getting those dirty yards to close that game out. I mean, you got 2 sacks on Brock Purdy. Who intercepted Dak? Who were the 2 dudes? Yeah, I know Fred Warner. It was, okay, Lenore and Warner. Yeah, so for those that are looking for me to bash on Dak, he didn't play well. Plain and simple. I mean, the 2 interceptions, the one, what irritated me was there definitely was something there with miscommunication. Like, you shouldn't be throwing that. But also, I'm watching Gallup just stand there like, bro, like, what are you doing? You can't just stand there and let that happen. But the biggest thing was with how this game went. Dude, you threw an interception in a prime position for you to take the lead. Can't be doing that bullshit, and that's exactly why you lost. Let's see. So we got San Fran and the Eagles and the Bengals and the Chiefs. So some good games upcoming. I mean, listen. That's just the end of that. I know everybody doesn't like what I have to say, but I don't really give a shit. All right, let me take a look at some of your comments to see the firestorm and therapy session we got going on here. Got about 94 people watching again. If you're just joining, if you want to like the video, that's cool with me. If you want to subscribe and stick around, that's cool with me too. If you feel like I'm cool, which I know a lot of people aren't liking what I got to say here, I mean, you can support the channel further by being a member today. All right, let's see what we got going on here. Tim, wait a minute. Who is the guy that bet $2 million? Was that Mattress? What's his name? Mattress Mac. I'm not familiar with the dude. Dak, in my opinion, doesn't even eclipse Romo. I mean, dude, they're in the same position. You're both 2-4 in the postseason. You've had playoff, let's just call it what it is, blunders. You've had some moments here and there, but they're the same quarterback. I don't want to hear shit. They are the same. Like, they're in the same position. Greenlaw could have had a pick 6. Yeah, that was the other one, and I forgot. Thank you for bringing that, Stephen. That was bad, too. Like, dude, like, you were forcing way too much, and that's what killed you. Juanita, there's not much to say. I'll accept that. What we always say better. I mean, that's all you could say. I mean, I don't have much to say. Stephen A is going to roast Dak. Okay. Alrighty, let's see. Just seeing. Hey guys, tough day, not gonna lie. I hate the 49ers so much to the point where I hope Filthy wins. It's a personal for me. I love it. Okay, I mean, it's whatever. Trading for Kirk is probably the dumbest thing ever. Yeah, and I mean, listen. If you guys want a different quarterback, that's fine, but that ain't happening. I mean, he's in the second year. What is he going into third year next year? He's not going anywhere. To the crowd that doesn't want him on the team anymore, just being real with you. If you want to have a serious conversation of moving on from him, just to look at the numbers, you're not going to be able to move him. You're going to have to wait until he can walk if you're really having that conversation, but I know people want to look for a quick fix. I'm sorry, guys, but I hate to be like this, but if you sincerely think you're gonna get a new quarterback this year, you're not, and I'm sorry, it's stupid. It's just stupid. I'm sorry, like, you know, you're not gonna get that this year if that's what you're looking for. Yeah, but the thing is, you can only rest your emotions so many times when you know it's going to be the same dysfunction. I've been watching the Cowboys since the 70s. I mean, dude, listen, I'm 24 years old. I know there's a lot of people coming in here don't know who the hell I am. I'm 24, going to be 25 this year. I haven't seen anything like that. That doesn't excuse the dysfunction. I mean, dude, I think Stevie Mack said it earlier. Like, this would have been like, okay, does Amari Cooper help? Maybe. I mean, I don't know. How long is Dak under contract? Well, if you guys seriously want to know, he's under contract for the next 2 seasons. I'm not entirely sure if they touch his contract, they push it to a 3rd year. But again, like, no one's gonna trade for him because of the contract. If you want to seriously have the bullshit conversation, no one's gonna trade for him. And the Cowboys, there's no way you can replace Dak Prescott here. Sorry, I don't really give a shit. Like, it's a stupid conversation to have. Like, I think it's ridiculous that, and again, I'm not the one that's going to cry about it now at this point because you lost. And you lost because Tony Pollard got hurt. Your quarterback didn't do. There was one where, like, didn't Kellen Moore, like, run a bunch of the same routes and shit? All right, he can get on out of here. We're not going to be doing that bullshit. You're definitely a realistic, detailed, common sense Cowboy fan. You're not the bums that say get rid of Jerry after play. Right, like, dude, it's clearly the players fucked you up here. That's just it. I mean, like, dude, your defense did its thing. You held them as much as you can. Because, again, let's not act like the 49ers are a shitty team. If we're seriously thinking the 49ers are a shitty team, you're really kidding yourself. But, again, yes, did I pick Dallas to win? Yeah. But, again, I wasn't like, oh, they're going to beat the shit out of them. Like, no, that's bullshit. Do you think under a different OC, Dak would be a different QB? I think the answer to your question would be semi-yes, because I think the problem is that yes, Tony Pollard is a huge part of it, but, like, this is something I noticed, was that after he got hurt, you didn't have a counterpunch. You didn't. So I don't know, guys. I don't know if Dan Quinn's going to be here next year. We'll talk about it when it gets there. But at the end of the day, I'm going to just keep it honest. Like, dude, just because you call these plays, yes, can the stupid play design lead to stupid shit? Yeah. But, like, when you throw a interception on the 20-yard line of San Francisco when you shouldn't be doing that, like, the double, like, of course that's stupid. Like, that's not on Kellen. We're not going to go down that route. Like, come on, man. But yeah, I look at it this way, guys, to kind of put my final thoughts on this game, because I know a lot of people are upset. Listen, offensively, when you saw Tony Pollard win out, you, play calling wise, like, guys, was there anything? I mean, like, I couldn't recall anything that looked, resembling the offense that we saw last week. Oh, well, someone got hurt. Dude, if you're a good play caller, right? You can make with what you do. You got Malik Davis. Didn't we see Malik Davis do shit? I don't know. At least it wasn't one and done. No, and you're right, Mike. I'm not saying the coaching isn't to blame. Absolutely not. I think that, like I mentioned, because of the fact that you didn't do anything. Like, okay, you had Zeke, but why wasn't Malik Davis involved? Like, why weren't you doing these, other plays? It just really felt like, okay, let's just do what generic shit and hope that it works. Against this team, you can't do that. All right, let's see. McCarthy, OC, Dan Quinn, DC. Yeah, that ain't happening here in Dallas, bros. Again, if you're tuning in, you can hit the like button. Subscribe if you're new. hit the notification bell. If you want to support the channel further, you can become a channel member today. I'm not going to go on for too much longer because, dude, shit, everyone's throwing a fucking hissy fit on Twitter, and it's funny. Then again, maybe I'm just like, whatever. I don't know. I'm not like apathetic. It's just kind of like, okay, you know what? Whatever. I got to go to work tomorrow. The sun's going to come up tomorrow. But long story short, yeah, your offense didn't show up, and when you asked for your quarterback to, not do something stupid, he did something stupid. And I've seen the same song and dance before. Right, Stevie Mac. I mean, it doesn't matter. I mean, even if we won the game, we would be talking about Kelvin Joseph's play. Any last minute questions? Because I was only going to do this for 30 minutes because I know everyone wants to kind of flush this thing. We're just piss space and we're... No, listen. You're good. I get it. Was I upset we lost? Yeah. Did I get pissed during some parts of the game? Yeah. Like, I'm like, where's the holding? Where's this? Where's that? But it's okay. Right, and I thank you, Genuine. Thank you. Look, listen. I have no right to tell you you can't be pissed off and you can feel a certain way. I'm going to just tell you what I feel. Like, listen. If you think the quarterback's the problem, cool, but there isn't anything realistically you're going to do there. And also on top of that, he's the best option you have given your circumstance. That's just the fact. Okay, did he play well? No, I'm not saying he didn't play well. Absolutely not. I didn't say that. If people were thinking that. No. But you could have, maybe we could have done something different. Like, that's the part where it's like, okay, why are we throwing in these situations? It felt like the situational football wasn't there. No, that's fair. I mean, like, it felt like there wasn't that level of intensity. Like, you saw what happened to Maher before the game started. That bullshit. And he didn't do anything. Have fun with the offseason, Catboy. No cap space and a lot of needs. Yeah, it's going to be the same thing. Cowboys aren't going to do much in free agency. You're going to draft, and that's it. Bland had his moments. Number 2 receiver is 0 yards of the game. Let me take a look at the stats now. Wow, I didn't really... Come on, Michael. But Michael Gallup, can we... Guys, can we... okay, I understand people want to have a conversation about Dak, but we seriously, and I mean seriously, need to talk about Michael Gallup. Like, dude, what is going on with him? Like, is the ACL injury still bothering him? Like, yeah, he can run, but like, dude, what's going on? This isn't the first time we've seen this happen. Yeah, he caught a touchdown the last game, but like, something's up there, and you gave that dude that money. So if we want to get on players not playing well and the money and shit, that's one guy I'm concerned about. I mean, we'll see what happens next year, but shit, dude, that's not good. That's definitely not. $13's no good unless it's a scramble draw. Like, he did have a chance. I think, I think Dak threw too far to the outside, and like the ball carried. When was that? I think it was the play before they punted on the second to last drive. I thought the defense played well and good enough for this team to win. The offense was terrible and play calling was great. Okay, fair. They don't use Gallup. Yeah, like, I mean, if we're just being real, like, these are things we had to have conversations about, right? Like, we can talk about Dak not playing well. Yeah, he was not a reason. He was not a reason to where he helped you in this game. Maybe I should reword that. I'm sorry. He lost you this game partially. I would say like a decent chunk, but like when I say partially, there are other components for why you lost this game. There is a whole thing to this, right? He didn't play well. The turnover, that's all included in there. Tony Pollard got hurt, and you didn't have an offensive counterpunch. I wasn't expecting you to run the ball, but nothing, cool. The defense couldn't get a stop or turnover. Really, your special teams came in and did that, and you couldn't score a touchdown there, which kind of goes to the offensive play calling, I guess. Quarterback, that thing. I mean, Maher missing the extra point, that didn't matter. But, I mean, dude, like, it was a complete breakdown offensively. I don't know what other way to put it. Gallup, yeah. 13, get the ball. Don't let it come to you. Gallup was also rushed way too soon. They got rid of Amari. Most players are usually out. Yeah. I mean, guys, let's just call it what it is. Like, if everybody, like, you are in a situation, guys, where I get it. We're all upset what happened. We want Dak gone. We want everybody gone. This, that, and the third. This happens every single year. Don't tell me I'm bullshitting you, because you know what happens the years past. Oh, we need to get rid of X, Y, and Z. Oh, we need to get rid of Romo. Oh, we need to get rid of X, whatever the case may be. I've heard the same song and dance, and I'm not doing this shit again because it's dumb. I'm sorry. It is. If you don't like it, what I'm saying, you don't have to watch it. But the fact of the matter is that if the quarterback's bad, the offensive coordinator sucks, the defensive coordinator is leaving and he's whatever, and the offense, like, if everybody's trash, you wouldn't be here. These guys made plays to get you here. That doesn't excuse what you did on that fucking field, but you got here for a reason. So, be honest, last 20 years was there isn't. I mean, congratulations. You wear blue and white and you haven't made it to a conference. Like, I don't care about that. All I care about is my team. Congratulations. We're in the same conversation as those other teams. Oh, you're just saying that. No. Let's see here. I'm actually curious to see what people are saying on Twitter because holy shit, I guarantee everyone's throwing their fucking shit. Yo, so Jerry Jones said the laws had no impact on my, this just in, Mike McCarthy, fuck, that'd be funny. Let's see. Anyways, I'm going to go ahead and let you guys go. I have work tomorrow. Thank you so much for 102 people watching. I think that's the most we've had. If you want to leave a like, that's greatly appreciated. Subscribe if you're new. If you want to become a member, by all means. But I'm going to let you guys go. We'll go ahead and process this. We'll see how the rest of the playoffs turn out. But Dallas is out 19-12. Disappointing game, but oh well. Alrighty, guys. Have a great rest of your night.